I need to get this off my chest because I haven't slept properly in weeks. What started as a normal Tuesday morning commute turned into something I still can't explain. I've gone over it 100 times in my head, trying to find some logical explanation, but there isn't one. It was 6:15 a.m. when I left my apartment. I remember because I'd set my alarm early to finish a project before the workday started. The city was just waking up, delivery trucks making their rounds, the occasional early bird jogger, and the first wave of office workers trudging to their coffee shops. I took my usual route down Fifth Avenue, cutting through the financial district. The morning air was crisp with that faint metallic tang of exhaust and fresh pavement. I had my earbuds in, listening to a podcast about urban legends. Ironically enough, that's when I first noticed her. She was standing completely still near the bus stop outside the Wells Fargo building. At first glance, she looked like any other businesswoman. Mid-30s, blonde hair pulled back in a tight bun, wearing a beige trench coat that flapped slightly in the morning breeze. But then she turned her head. Not like a normal person turns their head. It was too smooth, too mechanical, and her smile. God, that smile. It stretched from ear to ear, showing every single one of her teeth. Not a happy smile. The kind of smile a predator gives its prey right before striking. I pulled out one earbud, thinking maybe she needed help. That's when I realized she wasn't just standing there. She was swaying slightly, her arms hanging limp at her sides, fingers twitching in irregular patterns. I picked up my pace, telling myself I was imagining things. That's when I heard the clicking. Click. Click, click, high heels on pavement, keeping perfect time with my steps. I glanced back. She was following me, still with that unnatural smile, her movements jerky but somehow keeping pace. I crossed the street abruptly, nearly getting hit by a taxi. The driver laid on his horn, but when I looked back, the woman was already crossing too. Not waiting for the light, just walking straight into traffic. Cars swerved around her, but none stopped. None even slowed down. I ducked into the first open business I saw, a 24-hour diner called Marty's. The place was half full of night shift workers and early risers. I took a seat at the counter, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hold the menu. Rough morning, the waitress asked as she poured me coffee. I opened my mouth to explain when I saw her. The smiling woman was standing right outside the diner window, her face pressed against the glass, that impossible smile distorting her features. "Excuse me," I said to the waitress, pointing. "Do you see that woman outside?" The waitress glanced over. "Honey, there's nobody there." I turned back. The woman was gone. But when I looked down at my coffee, the surface was disturbed, as if someone had dipped their finger in and stirred it. I left a $20 on the counter and bolted. The streets were getting busier now, the morning rush hour beginning. I kept checking over my shoulder, but didn't see her. Then I felt it, a hand on my shoulder. I spun around to find nothing. Just busy pedestrians brushing past me. But when I looked down, there was a playing card on the ground, the Queen of Hearts. Except someone had drawn over the face in black marker, giving her that same unnaturally wide smile. I started running, not jogging, full-on sprinting through the financial district. People stared, but no one stopped me. No one asked if I was okay. I made it to my office building and jammed the elevator button repeatedly. As the doors closed, I saw her rounding the corner at the end of the lobby. She wasn't running. She wasn't even walking quickly. But she was gaining on me impossibly fast, her movements all wrong, like a sped-up film with some frames missing. I called in sick that day, and the next. When I finally returned to work a week later, I found another playing card taped to my office door. The Joker this time. Security footage showed me putting it there in my sleep. I've moved apartments since then, changed my commute route. But sometimes, in crowded places, I'll catch a glimpse of beige trench coat out of the corner of my eye. And last night, I woke up to find my bedroom window open. On my nightstand was a complete deck of cards, every single face card altered with that same terrifying smile. I don't sleep much anymore. I hope the stories doesn't ruin your sleep entirely. If you're still craving more spooky shit, click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the video to increase views. If you have any stories of your own, feel free to message them to me, and I'll add them in a video and shout you out. Spooky Daddy out.